All right. Welcome back to seg3 TV. Don't forget to check us out always on seg3tv.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all of that jazz. And it's the same moniker every time, seg3tv.com, the hottest Caribbean TV show. On my left, I have the beautiful Marjory Sheba. She is a community organizer. Give her a nice round of applause, please.
Thank you.
All right. So, tell me a little bit about your background, high school, college, whichever one you want. How did you fall into this niche of being a community organizer?
Right. It's such a pleasure to be here, DJ Mac.
Well,
Thank you
my
so
pleasure to
much
have you.
for having me. Thank you, seg3 TV and all the audience watching. It's a broad title, community organizer. Of course, I was raised by Haitian parents. My dad has an African lineage, which many people don't know about East of Africa.
Well, most of the playlists I've been playing tonight has an African motif to it.
Yeah, really?
You know, I didn't even know you were had that background.
Beautiful.
How about that?
Perfect. And so I studied business marketing in college.
Okay.
Lived most of my life in Orlando. I should say I came in the States at 9, so I was not actually born here. And I had a chance to be drafted with SEIU, which is the largest union in the nation. And of course, their focus is to help eradicate poverty. We focused a lot on workers that were underpaid. So some of the same talk we're still having today about minimum wage, et cetera.
Cool.
So I did a lot of work. I traveled. I lived in New York with them, in D.C., Texas, Chicago.
Let me ask you, some of the things that you organize, because you say you're a community organizer.
Yes.
Do you organize, let's say, picketings when
all of
that?
Yes. It's actually very exciting. We targeted work groups, and we're looking at service workers, like cafeteria workers, people who work in the kitchen. And so sometimes I had to pose as a student. And I'd be given IDs to get on campuses. Yes, and just do interviews. Just very exciting, and that has pushed me down to being placed in South Florida, which was my last assignment. And I really wanted to be here because obviously much of the population here composes of Caribbean Americans,
Haitians,
and Haitians, Jamaicans, and so I felt it was closer to home. I really wanted to fight for my own.
Do you cater a lot? Are you biased, or do you cater a lot to the Haitian community, or no?
Oh, I mean, why not? I mean, you tend to want to.
Okay.
You relate more to who you are, right? To who you're born into. So
absolutely.
It definitely happens a lot. That has translated into me actually now doing a lot of work via the Democratic Party, Obamacare that came out. We pushed that very hard.
Obamacare. A round of applause for Obamacare.
That was a great success. We're still pushing, still working on it.
They're still fighting us on it.
Yes. So I've been out of the scene, the public scene for a while. People are probably wondering. It's been because of that mainly, putting an office in Miramar and pushing those workers.
Right. Is Obamacare primarily what you're working on right now, or you have
Yes.
Okay.
It is as a bulk.
It's still kind of
Very
confusing.
new. Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
you like organizing, doing your thing as an organizer.
I
right?
actually run an office, my own office in Miramar, staff of 5. Part of my work includes going to churches and speaking to church groups. A lot of times they're Creole speaking groups, and explaining to them the concept and where they can get help.
Excellent. So tell us how to get in contact with you if somebody wants you to organize something, let's say a picketing.
No. Well, you definitely have to go through the sources to do that, but please definitely visit me on my website, www.marjorysheba.com. That's MARJORYSHEBA.com, or you can Google me and everything will pull up.
Excellent. How about a nice round of applause for Miss Marjory Sheba,
Thank you.
our very own community organizer.